Here's what you missed on Phathead and Cande in the morning. Weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.
My Country 96.1, Phathead, Cande Roth. And before we get to all things Cande, I gotta tell you a couple things. Number one, you're gonna wake up if you're just getting up, heading outside, taking the kids, bus stop, whatever. You got the frost on the ground.
It's cold. I looked out the window and there's frost all over the car.
It is cold. Warm up that car. Leave yourself extra time. It will get up to about 48 in sunshine, so that's good. But
that is good.
Yeah, warm up the car. You need the extra time on the car. And because I know we're going to spend a lot of time on both these things, so let me get this out first. Cande, my son turns 10 today.
Oh, it is the day, December 5th. Happy birthday, Elijah.
Yes.
10, double digits.
Don't get me started, because the first thing I thought of when I woke up is I can't play the role of that young parent anymore. Like if someone says, "Oh, how old are your kids?" I can't say, "Oh, they're 9, 7, and 5."
No, you can't. No, no. Now, what is it? 10, 12?
14, 12, and 10. Yeah.
There you go. Soon to be 15, by the way.
I can't believe I do not have a child in single digits anymore, Cande.
No, you do not. No, you do not. Is it time to have another?
Yeah, please stop. Just stop your nonsense. Stop. All right. Let's get to you, because a couple of things. Number one, we are so happy you're back. And we're going to hear the description of the surgery. People want to hear all this stuff. People have been thinking about you. But
have they really been thinking about me?
They have. They definitely have. But I have to get this out before you even get into any of that. I spoke to you the day after your surgery. You got the packing out. You were so happy, excited, great, I could breathe. And you sound fully stuffed this morning.
Well, they told me I'm going to sound like I have a cold. I go back Wednesday. The thing is, I can't blow my nose. I'm not allowed to blow my nose.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm stuffed.
Right.
I have to rinse with a saline solution 3 or 4 times a day. I'm going to do that in a little while for the start of the day. So it's been really tough. If I could blow my nose, I'd sound great. Now, when things do clear out, the surgery was successful. I can breathe out of my right nostril like haven't been able to breathe out of my right nostril for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot tell because I cannot blow my nose and I'm stuffed. I don't know what it is, but there's a lot of stuff coming out. Okay?
So obviously it just drips and you wipe it. You're not allowed to blow it out.
Exactly. Cannot blow it. And then I have to keep it moist with the saline solution, and I have to do that. And then, So, yeah, it's been tough not being able to blow your nose. I go back Wednesday. Hopefully they'll give me the green light. You can blow your nose now.
I was going to say, at what point do you get the okay to blow the nose?
I'm hoping Wednesday.
All right, so let's hope. Oh, my God.
Let's hope, because it's really tough.
Yeah, it seems like
it. It hasn't been easy. I mean, I feel it's successful. I always had a pain over my eye, my right eye, where I had the deviated septum. That pain is gone. When my nose clears from time to time, I breathe like out of that nostril really, really well. So I'm going to say the surgery is a success. I can't enjoy it yet because I can't blow my nose.
I understand. And they can look like they look in there and they see that everything looks good, right?
Yeah, I went, yes. When I had the packing taking out, everything looked really good. He's very happy with everything happening. And this, the scary part is there was a girl there, much younger than me, who also had the same surgery on the same day at the same place and was getting her packing out. And they had to send her somewhere else because she did not stop bleeding.
Oh, my God. Oh.
So I'm very fortunate. I feel blessed that everything went well, and I'm not having those kind of problems. But bear with me because I can't blow my nose.
Oh, yeah, we can tell. Now, you get there for the surgery the morning of. How long from when you sit down in the waiting room to you're out on the table? How long of a time was that?
I'm going to say 2 hours.
All right, that's typical, I guess, of most procedures.
They took me from, the waiting room right away.
Right. Okay.
And
so
they
you
bring you and you get undressed and you put the operating gown on and they do all the stuff, and then they come to do the IV, which is never fun for me because I have terrible veins.
Right.
So it went in my hand, which is pretty typical of what I have to go through. They got that in. The doctor comes by, the anesthesiologist comes by, the nurse in the operating room comes by. They all chat, chat, chat. Then they leave, and you sit there for another hour.
Right. And then you get knocked out. Did you get the 2 or 3 seconds of
Have
beauty?
absolutely no memory. I was on the stretcher, and I had to move from the stretcher onto the operating table, which I did. I am conscious of that. And, they situated me, move a little up, okay, la la la. That's the last thing I remember. And then I woke up in recovery, and I was like, what? What?
And how
Can I
long
just sleep some more? What?
how long was the surgery?
I think about an hour and a half.
Okay. And you're on your back, right? You're just laying
Yeah.
on your back, right?
Yeah.
And they do
Yeah.
their thing.
I know that he told me he was putting a tube down my throat. I said, promise me I'll have no memory of this and not feel it at all. He promised me. He was a very nice anesthesiologist. I have no memory of it
It's
all. except
anesthesiologist.
anesthesiologist.
Yeah.
And I have no memory of that at all, except that my throat was sore and my voice was completely hoarse.
Okay. But it's sad. You didn't get the 2 or 3 seconds of
Nothing.
being knocked out.
No,
That's
no.
terrible.
Have no memory of it.
I mean, what's the point of surgery if you can't get that recollection? That's too
I know.
bad.
I know. Well, listen. I woke up and I'm like, is it over? And I'm like, what? What? Yeah.
Well, all right. So the bottom line is successful. You're bleeding. Stop. The packing's out. Everything's good. You're not allowed to blow your
No.
nose.
No, and this is typical. They told me your nose is going to be stuffed. There's a lot of stuff coming out. Okay, and I
Okay.
don't want to talk about what's coming out because it's really not
Oh.
pretty.
Ugh.
Okay, and that first night, so the surgery was Wednesday. That was one of the worst days of my life.
Right. You
I
told
had
me you didn't sleep, right?
Zero sleep.
You.
Now hold your nose and try
Yeah.
to eat. Hold your nose and try to sleep. Not only is your nose closed, it's packed. It hurts.
Yeah. No, I
So,
could not. I would not be able
It was
to.
a miserable night. Miserable. But
I mean,
once they got the packing out, I was okay.
When you have a bad cold and your nose is stuffed and you try to sleep, it's
Right.
impossible. Now imagine your
Impossible.
nose can never
It's
clear
stuffed
up.
with packing,
Right. Yeah.
and
that's
it's bleeding.
Oh.
Yeah, and you cannot lay down. You lay down. I tried every position known to mankind: on
Yeah.
the sofa, on the chair, in the bed. Nothing. Not a minute of sleep. Must I say, my sweet Tilly stayed right by me, kissing me on my cheek. She was my nurse.
Aw, what a good little girl.
Stayed with me every second.
That's nice. And you're going to wait a little bit till you see Maeve. You don't want to scare her, right?
Excuse me?
Well, you're stuffy, you're drippy, things are coming out.
No, obviously I'm not going to see her this week. I'm recovering. Once I go to the doctor Wednesday, I'll have a better handle on what's next. I think, I should get the clear. I'll be seeing him once a week for the next 3 weeks, but I think we're progressing.
Let's hope. Good.
I hope so. But
we're
get
glad.
used to this because I'm going to sound like this for the next few days.
We're glad you're back and
See,
feeling
now it's
good.
clearing up on its own,
Ah,
so I'm a little less stuffed.
I noticed
See,
that.
yeah,
Yes.
it clears up on its own and then it comes back.
Hmm.
So that's my story. I'm here to tell.
I
I want to thank everyone, though, who did show interest and, gave me their stories and their successes. It meant a lot to me.
Oh yeah, I know you were very nervous about it.
I was
and
very nervous.
you're good. My father, I think it was Thanksgiving when we all got together, the family, and he said, you don't want to see the websites of what could go wrong with this surgery. We'll save it till after the surgery to tell
Yeah,
Candy.
I stayed away from all of that because that would have really freaked me out.
Yeah.
I didn't look at any of that. I said, I'm going with the doctor, who, by the way, they have the best run office I have ever been to. The people that work for Monica, I love you. She was my surgery assistant. She did everything under the sun above and beyond the call of duty. I love her. So I'll be getting her a little gift when this is all said and done.
Oh, that's
Office
very nice.
was fabulous. Great doctor. Highly recommend.
That is wonderful. Really, truly, very good. Candy, 7:30 special song, less than an hour to your bald and the beautiful entertainment. Everything from Nashville to Hollywood. We'll get to that about 8:12. We still have a bunch of things to get to. It is my son's 10th birthday today.
Yeah, we got to talk about how we're celebrating this.
I have a follow-up from my father on a topic that we talked about before you left town there for a few days. And, we'll get to all of it. It's going to be cold. You got ice on the ground. Not ice, but you got frost on the grass right now. It's going to be chilly. Man, get up to about 48 today with sunshine. We hit the roads. My Country, 96.1.
Phathead and Cande in the morning, weekdays 6 to 10 a.m. on My Country 96.1.